You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome our local area emergency vehicles, our first responders who lay it on the line every day for our safety. Bellevue Fire and Rescue are tops in response and emergency preparedness for the Bellevue community. They respond in mutual aid to Offutt, our community partner, along with other communities on our borders. Bellevue Police Department provides the citizens of our community with a safe place to live, work, and play.
Thanks to the Bellevue Police Department for the work they do every day, and also for the work they did helping us this morning and throughout the day keeping us safe. I see there's La Vista Police partnered with them there, showing their support as well, so thanks for the La Vista Police Department for coming out today as well. You know, Bellevue's blessed to have a community of dedicated, people who value service, whether it's military members and veterans, or people that choose to serve the city of Bellevue and that serve to protect the public through police and fire and safety, and our first responders, our emergency medical technicians and EMTs. We're a city that's blessed with really world-class services and support in public safety. And these guys, these men and women in the police department, the fire department, the emergency responders and medical technicians, the EMTs, they're some of the best around. I mean, I got to see them in action, unfortunately, earlier this year when a family member, the house next door to my parents caught on fire. And it was a scary moment, and they were there instantly and in force and really prevented any further damage. And to watch them work and see the passion and the skill they bring to the work they do is really impressive. So thanks to the Bellevue Fire, Police, and emergency responders providing an incredibly valuable service to this great city. Thanks, guys. They also got the flag hung up down here this morning despite all the wind. It was a struggle earlier this morning. It's getting a little better. I predict sunshine by the time we're done. Any takers? So Lou's with me. We're going to see sunshine before this day is out. I think we're going to see sunshine before the parade's over. Don't hold me to it. But I'm going to try. Yeah. Again, special thanks to Beardmore Chevrolet and Subaru for providing vehicles for the parade this year. They are a tremendous community partner, provide a ton of support, and they provided this vehicle. They provided a vehicle for the Grand Marshal. They just do a tremendous job supporting us. And a quick reminder too that the parade will be recorded, is being recorded, and will be replayed courtesy of Bellevue Television on Cox Channel 17. So, if you anybody that couldn't brave the cold this morning that wants to see the parade, you can have them tune it in on Bellevue's BTV Channel 17. And we're also joined by the Carter Lake coming over this emergency responders as well.
Our first marching unit of the day is the United States Strategic Command Joint Color Guard that is made up of STRATCOM's finest members of the Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force who are stationed at Offutt Air Force Base here in Bellevue. They are an all-volunteer team that is extremely proud to be a part of today's event.
And they're followed by United States Strategic Command Members Formation. Approaching the reviewing stand are the professionally dedicated soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen of the United States Strategic Command, led by Colonel Kevin McCann and his senior enlisted leader, Senior Master Sergeant Edward Sosek. U.S. STRATCOM is one of our nation's 9 combatant commands and is commanded by General John E. Hyten. General Hyten's senior enlisted leader is Command Chief Master Sergeant Patrick McMahon. U.S. STRATCOM conducts global operations in synchronization with other combatant commands and appropriate U.S. government agencies to detect, deter, and prevent strategic attacks against the U.S., its allies, and partners.
And now we have the Warhawks of the 55th Wing, commanded by Colonel Michael Mannion. Today's formation is led by Colonel John Norton. The 55th Wing is the largest wing in the Air Combat Command. It is comprised of 6 groups: operations, electronic combat, maintenance, mission support, communications, and medical. The 55th Wing maintains units across 8 other nations, and its mission spans the globe.
And they're followed by the 557th Weather Wing. Approaching the reviewing stand of the men and women of the 557th Weather Wing, commanded by Colonel Stephen Dickerson. The Weather Wing is composed of the 1st Weather Group and the 2nd Weather Group, consisting of over 1,470 military and civilian personnel stationed at Offutt Air Force Base.
Now approaching the reviewing stand are the airmen of the 595th Command and Control Group belonging to Global Strike Command, assigned here at Offutt Air Force Base, commanded by Colonel Robert Billings. The formation is led by 2nd Lieutenant Jack Beer.
And please join us in welcoming our Grand Marshal for this year's parade, Robert Holtz. Robert is a beloved resident of Richemont Terrace who just observed his 93rd birthday this past Tuesday, November 6th. He is the last known Tuskegee Airman in Nebraska. He became a Tuskegee Airman in July of 1945 when he was assigned to the 118th Base Unit, Squadron D, at Godman Field in Kentucky. He was awarded his 4th star by President Bill Clinton in 1970. Born in 1924 in North Omaha, the son of Robert William and Eunice Anderson Holtz, he was one of 9 children. In November 1942, at the age of 18, he enlisted in the Army Air Corps. He was honorably discharged in 1946 and spent most of the years thereafter in Detroit, serving as a letter carrier with the U.S. Postal Service. He was inducted into the Nebraska Aviation Hall of Fame in 2007 and awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, our Grand Marshal this year, Mr. Robert Holtz. We're honored to have you here today, sir. Thank you.
Should I start Richemont Terrace? Richemont Terrace works to enrich the lives of seniors while providing assisted living and memory care services. Richemont Terrace is located at the corner of Cornhusker and Fort Cook Roads. Richemont Terrace is proud to be the home to many community veterans. Richemont Terrace wants to say thanks to all veterans for their service. Richemont Terrace wants to congratulate our resident Robert Holtz on serving as today's Grand Marshal.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for letting him come down and join us today. We're honored to have him here. We also want to welcome VFW Post 10785, which provides services to area veterans through their fundraising activities. They provided equipment to the Veterans Home, guitars for vets, I love that, guitars for vets with PTSD, as well as cash donations to the families of local service members killed in action. 100% of the funds raised go to helping veterans and their families. Thanks, guys, for coming out. Appreciate it. Thanks for your service. And also, please welcome Nebraska State Senator Sue Crawford. Morning, Miss. Morning. State Senator Sue Crawford has been a strong voice for the Bellevue Offutt community in our state legislature. Good morning, Sue. Sue thanks all of our veterans for their service to our community and to our country.
Is this the next one? Yep. Color Guard from Rommel Conklin VFW Post 7064 from Tabor, Iowa. Vehicles are a vintage World War II Ford Jeep with a .30 caliber machine gun pulling a World War II 75mm pack howitzer, followed by two vintage Korean War 1953 Dodge Power Wagons pulling World War II ammo trailers.
Morning, guys. Thanks for making the trip over, across the bridge. The VFW Post out of Tabor, Iowa. I always look forward to seeing these guys every year. I'm always glad I'm not on the receiving end of that .30 caliber or that 75mm howitzer. And these guys do a lot of great work to support veterans over in Iowa in restoring these vehicles and keeping them in that kind of shape to come and run over here every year. Sure appreciate it. I love just the visual difference between these great old Dodge ammo trailer trucks and the new Humvee. Thanks, guys. VFW Post 7064 from Tabor, Iowa. Yep. We also want to welcome Lisa Fricke, State Board of Education. As a newly elected State Board of Education member, her constituents' concerns are important to her. Please contact Lisa if you have issues you want to discuss. Your input will make her a more effective board member. Let's keep our public schools strong for all students. Lisa Fricke. Special thank you to the National Guard for allowing her to ride today in their Humvee and to come out and honor their veterans. So thanks, guys. Thanks for letting us. That's a fine looking machine. So thanks, Lisa.
Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 47 of Bellevue University, Military Veterans Service Center empowers veterans to lead a high-quality life. Veterans and their families can access the full range of benefits available and free professional assistance. Disabled American Veterans represents the interests of veterans at state, local, and federal governments, educating the public about sacrifices and needs of our veterans, helping them transition back to civilian life. The chapter has assisted over 1,800 veterans to date.
Yeah, I'm being pulled by a Bellevue University van. Thanks, Bellevue University. I know a very veteran-friendly school. Their veterans outreach and service and support. Well, hey, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is tremendous. So thanks, Bellevue University and Disabled American Veterans for coming out and joining us this morning as well. We'd also like to welcome the Military Order of the Purple Heart. Chartered by Congress in 1958, the Military Order of the Purple Heart is composed of military men and women who received the Purple Heart Medal for wounds suffered in combat. Although their membership is restricted to the combat wounded, they support all veterans and their families with a myriad of nationwide programs by chapters and national service officers. Chapter 260 includes those members who reside in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. So thank you, Military Order of the Purple Heart. No more medal is more deserved. So thank you.
Are we skipping this one?
Yep.
I'm going to AFA.
Yeah, that's it.
Please welcome the Air Force Association Exarban Chapter. The Air Force Association is the force behind the force of our United States Air Force, advocating aerospace power and education in support to Air Force members and their families. Formed in 1946, AFA was a driving force in the formation of the Air Force as a separate service in 1947. Marching in the Bellevue Veterans Parade is a treasured and honored tradition for the Exarban chapter. The chapter salutes and says thank you to the Bellevue Chamber and the city for their hard work supporting our local veterans.
Yes. Well, we want to thank you guys. Thank you for your service and for your continued service. Thank you.
We did skip that. Oops.
And they're followed by Bellevue East and West High School Air Force Junior ROTC cadets. Cadets from the Bellevue East and Bellevue West High Schools Air Force JROTC programs proudly carry 50 American flags, one for each state in the United States. Bellevue East and West High School Air Force JROTC programs are both nationally recognized, award-winning programs. Yep.
Bentsen VFW Post 2503 was founded in 1932 and proudly continues to provide color guard and honor guard services for fallen veterans and provide support to their families and the community.
You bet. I mean, these are guys that served and continue to serve, and we thank you for it, gentlemen. Thank you. And they're followed by U.S. Congressman Jeff Fortenberry. Congressman Jeff Fortenberry salutes the brave, selfless service of our veterans. He regrets that he couldn't be here today, but representing the congressman is his daughter Claire and members of his staff. Congressman Fortenberry represents the 1st Congressional District of Nebraska, which includes Bellevue. He's a member of the House Appropriations Committee, which is responsible for the expenditures of the United States government. He serves on 3 subcommittees with importance for our national economic security. Thanks, Congressman.
The members of the 1st Nebraska Volunteer Infantry portray those Nebraskans who answered Lincoln's call for men to put down the rebellion in 1861. Many of the members of the unit are descendants of Union veterans of the Civil War and the members of the Sons of Union veterans of the Civil War and the Daughters of Union veterans of the Civil War 1861 to 1865. We honor the boys in blue.
And we also want to say thank you to Sac Federal Credit Union, today's dignitary breakfast sponsor. So thank you, Sac Federal Credit Union. Thanks for coming out. Sac Federal Credit Union is Nebraska's largest locally owned credit union. It has 100,000 member benefits who benefit from better banking. The Fort Crook Society, Bellevue, Nebraska, Children of the American Revolution. Thanks, guys. We enjoy you. Thanks for coming out. Braving the cold. We want to thank the Sounds of Freedom. They want to thank veterans as well. Sounds of Freedom is a nonprofit organization that began here in Bellevue. Their mission is to give back to those who have served this country in both the United States Armed Forces, both at home and abroad, by conducting random acts of kindness on an all-volunteer basis. And I gotta like that. It's one of my favorite things, random acts of kindness. We should all try to do that every day, all the time.
The Omaha Public Power District Veterans Network mission is to empower veterans of America's armed forces to lead the Omaha Public Power District and serve its customer owners with honor, passion, and efficiency. OPPD proudly supports our veterans and all of the brave men and women who have served our country.
Hey, thanks, OPPD. Thanks for coming out. And those guys have been an awful big help now and again. I know the storms this spring knocked out power to large parts of our community. And I was happy to see those OPPD trucks in my neighborhood this spring after the tornadoes came through, and they came out and got us set back up and running again. They do great work.
185 of Bellevue's finest, Air Force JROTC. The Bellevue West Air Force JROTC features the men's, women, and saber drill teams, as well as Kitty Hawk Air Society.
Yeah, I think I say this about every year, but the city of Bellevue, the junior ROTC programs at the high schools here are just tremendous. I mean, these are some fine young men and women that participate in this program. They give countless hours and selfless hours of community service, self-betterment, service, sacrifice, honor. They drill, they practice, they train. They're up early, they're out late, and they represent some of the finest young men and women that this community has to offer. So it's an honor and a privilege to have them come and honor our veterans every year. So thank you. Bellevue West High School Air Force JROTC. Awesome. I want to say thanks again to our essay contest sponsor, the University of Nebraska at Omaha Division of Continuing Studies. I love the panda hat. That's great. Under the unicorn and a panda there, that's great. Thank you, girls. Girl Scouts, right? Carrying the banner for us. Thank you, girls. Thanks for coming out this morning and wearing such lovely hats. Those are great. Yep, that's it.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha's 470th Air Force ROTC Cadet Wing salutes those who have served their country. They are joined by today's essay contest sponsor, UNO's Division of Continuing Studies. The Division of Continuing Studies offers the Bachelor of Multidisciplinary Studies degree to adult, transfer, and military students. The BMS degree is part of UNO's long-standing, rich tradition of serving military and veteran students.
And please welcome the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 279. Vietnam Veterans of America is a national veteran service organization dedicated solely to Vietnam veterans and their families. Their goals are to promote and support the full range of issues important to Vietnam veterans and to present a positive image. This is done through education, legislative action, and community involvement. So thank you, Vietnam Veterans of America. They not only served, but they continue to, and to support others. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. That's a great old truck, too. It's an old Chevy. Nice. We also want to again thank Booz Allen Hamilton, our Warrior warm-up sponsor.
This morning, as the troops were forming at Offutt Air Force Base to march in the parade, Booz Allen Hamilton staff were on Offutt to provide them hot chocolate, hot coffee, donuts, and bagels to thank them for their service and to provide warmth and nourishment.
And up next, we have the Bellevue East Air Force Junior ROTC. The Bellevue East Air Force JROT features Color Guard and Armed Exhibition Drill Team, a proud tradition of excellence.
Putting the healing power of music in the hands of heroes through free guitar instruction, Guitars for Vets is aimed at veterans struggling with physical injuries, PTSD, and other emotional distress. Our Nebraska chapter was established February 2016 and functions through volunteers and both financial and gently used equipment donations. Learn more at guitarsforvets.org and Facebook Guitars for Vets Nebraska.
I like that. Meet the real guitar heroes. That's appropriate. Have to check them out. Thanks for joining us today, guys. I probably have a few gently used guitars that I could find a new home. I'll have to look them up. Thanks, guys. Do good work. You need? All right, I'll look you up on Facebook. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. You bet. Thanks. All right, and up next we have Pentagon Federal Credit Union. PenFed Credit Union is helping people do better on Main Street and on your street. It is easy to apply for military and non-military alike. They have great rates on auto loans, credit cards, personal loans, and more. Apply today at their branch in Papillion. Thank you to Pentagon Federal Credit Union for sponsoring our announcers booth today, keeping us up off that cold ground a little bit. We appreciate it, so thank you. And thanks for being a member of the community and coming out and supporting our veterans. A great bank or credit union with great services to offer you. Thanks, guys. And if you didn't bring your own flag, they've got some for you, so good for them. And they got lots of good little helpers out here, all bundled up today. Thanks, PenFed. Those don't have heaters on them, do they? Yeah, there you go.
Next up, the Papillion La Vista South Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps program was established in 2003 and is the only naval unit in Nebraska. The unit, consisting of cadets from both Papillion-La Vista and Papillion-La Vista South High Schools, is currently 125 cadets strong. The program emphasizes patriotism, develops informed and responsible citizens, promotes orderly habits and precision, and cultivates personal honor, self-reliance, and individual discipline, as well as to instill a teamwork mentality throughout the unit.
Thanks for coming out. See a little bit of extra pride from our Navy folks in attendance today, seeing these fine young, there you go. We also want to once again say thanks to Mayor Rita Sanders. Mayor, thank you for helping put this on today. We want to welcome the VA, Nebraska Western Iowa Healthcare System. They do great work for our veterans every single day. The Department of Veterans Affairs Nebraska Western Iowa Healthcare System is honored to provide America's veterans with high-quality health care to improve their health and well-being. The VA is recognized as the benchmark of excellence in quality in health care and benefits by providing exemplary services that are patient-centered and evidence-based. The care focuses on prevention and veterans' health that provides state-of-the-art disease management. Thanks, VA, and the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs for coming out today and for the hard and great work you guys do every day.
The America's Guardians Motorcycle Club.
There you go. Just got to shout a little.
If you can hear me over the patriotism, is a nationwide public safety motorcycle club whose membership is comprised of active and retired members of law enforcement, firefighters, military, and medical professionals. As a public safety club, the America's Guardians Motorcycle Club believes in old-fashioned family values, honor, dedication, honesty, pride, and integrity, and will at all times conduct themselves so not to bring embarrassment of shame on any of those values for which they stand for.
Thanks, guys. Love the Indian and the victory. Nice bike. Thank you. We also want to welcome Metropolitan Community College, Veteran Services. Metropolitan Community College offering quality education at an affordable price. Come tour their new buildings at the Fort Omaha campus. It's really nice. I mean, they've really done it right up there. Winter classes start December 4th, so it's not too late to sign up and start a career, your next career at Metro Community College. Thanks, guys.
Do you think it's a coincidence that Bertha Barber, Central, and Grease all premiered in the 50s? We think not. Just like Danny and Sandy go together, so do Bertha Barber and Central. And although we are a far cry from Rydell High, we are better together.
Hey, nice text. I like it. Welcome, Cougars and Bobcats. Good morning, guys. Everybody, oh, I like to get up there too. Very nice. Pinky Tuscadero, almost like the Pink Ladies. Love it. Thanks for coming out this morning. Bellevue Public Schools, Bertha Barber, and Central Elementary. Lots of smiling faces. I love that. How you doing, buddy? There you go. Yeah. The Bellevue Public Schools Early Childhood Program partners with families in the community to help ignite a love of learning in children. The programs are intended to complement the education that a child receives at home through playtime, books, and conversation. All early childhood programs are provided at no cost to families. So thank you to Minions of Veterans. Very cute. Veterans are our heroes. We got Minions, we've got one representing each branch of the service, even the Coast Guard. I love it. That's great, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Bellevue Public Schools proudly serves the students and families of the Bellevue Offutt community. Over 10,000 students attend 20 schools in BPS. Bellevue Public Schools operates its own transportation program. They transport over 1,600 students to and from school each day. Bellevue Public Schools salutes the men, women, and families of Offutt Air Force Base, all military families, and our veterans.
We trust them with a lot, taking our kids to and from school safely every day, and they do a great job. And we want to say thank you. Bellevue Public Schools salutes America's veterans and Team Offutt. They truly are champions for children. I'm a product of the Bellevue Public Schools. My dad was stationed here at Offutt when I was a kid. Had nothing but great teachers and great support in my time in the schools. We also want to thank again the Bellevue Leader for their essay sponsorship. the SA partners, the Bellevue leader, and thanks to the Girl Scout. Thanks, girls, for carrying the banner for us today. You're doing a great job.
The Eastern Nebraska Veterans Home is one of 4 veterans homes in the state of Nebraska. The home became part of the Bellevue community in July of 2007, formerly known as the Thomas Fitzgerald Veterans Home and now the Eastern Nebraska Veterans Home. They have been proudly caring for American heroes for over 30 years. I love going there and playing bingo.
Yeah, there you go. They do great work every day, too. And we want to welcome American Veterans Motorcycle Club. Hey, guys. The purpose of the AMVETS Motorcycle Club is to unite veterans as a group who enjoy the freedom to ride. Each member is served or is still serving in all branches of the armed forces. I suddenly feel a little warmer. Nice. And their goal is to portray a favorable image of the American veteran by participating in charitable events and parades that honor American veterans in the community. They believe in the U.S. strongly enough to serve to defend the freedom of choice that we enjoy, to protect and defend the Constitution.
Thank you to Lockheed Martin, today's Stars and Stripes sponsor. The Stars and Stripes sponsorship supports the 50 American flags carried today by the joint effort of the Bellevue East and West ROTC programs.
So thanks, Lockheed. We appreciate the support. And we also want to thank Great Western Bank. Great Western Bank has proudly served the Bellevue Offutt community for many years. We're elated to be a part of this community and to give back in any way they can. They're a full-service financial institution that would be honored to help you with any of your banking needs. Great Western Bank, a great community partner. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming out.
The Bellevue East Marching Band is one of the top 5 bands in the state, placing 4th at the NSBA State Champ competition. They have been finalists at the Golden Regiment Marching Invitational for the past 7 years and won Grand Champions at the Dutchman Field competition in October. The band is under the direction of Charles Wright and Kyle Sandall. Bellevue is proud to present the Marching Chieftains.
And marching with the band is the Bellevue East High School Spirit Squad, which continues to uphold their tradition by representing Bellevue East as one team made up of dancers and cheerleaders. The Spirit Squad is led by Captains Maggie Collins, Abby Higgs, Courtney Price, Miranda Saltzman, and Grace Wilson. They strive to promote school spirit and support Bellevue East High School and give back to the community. Thanks, Spirit Squad.
Next up is the Girl Scouts Spirit of Nebraska. Founded in 1912, Girl Scouts of the USA is the preeminent leadership development organization for girls in discovering themselves, connecting with others, and taking action to make a difference in the world around them. Girls in grades kindergarten through 12th grade can discover the fun, friendship, and power of girls together. Adult Girl Scouts come in all ages. Even if you have never been a Girl Scout, you can get involved. More than 50 million American women can proudly say that they have been a part of this beloved organization, and I am one of them. For more information about how to join, volunteer, reconnect, or donate to Girl Scouts, visit their website at girlscoutsnebraska.org.
And always find your favorite Girl Scout come cookie time. I know, I always stock up because they're just not around long enough. Well, at least in my house, they don't last long, so. We also want to welcome Liberty Tax Service. As a proud supporter of our veterans, Liberty Tax Service has teamed up with Cell Phones for Soldiers, a nonprofit group that is recycling used cell phones to purchase phone calling cards for soldiers stationed overseas. All Liberty Tax offices throughout the nation are designated collection spots. Liberty Tax Services also offers tuition-free tax courses to help our veterans learn a new set of skills they can apply as a citizen. So thanks, Liberty Tax Service, and that's just great. I love this. You guys look awesome. Help a soldier, call home, cell phones. Donate them at Liberty Tax Service.
Next up, the Blue Knights International Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club is a non-profit fraternal organization consisting of active and retired law enforcement officers. The Blue Knights have over 19,000 members and 320 chapters worldwide. Nebraska chapter, the second, contributes over $50,000 per year in support of fallen officers and their families, disabled veterans, and special needs children.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming out. Thanks for all your service, too. All right, if I knew my hot rods, I would know what that is, but I don't. There you go. Thanks, Blue Knights. We appreciate you guys coming out. That looks like it's got a little bit of pull to it. A little horsepower. Might get down the road fairly quickly. Thanks, Blue Knights. And those things are cool. Those two front wheel ones. There's a term for them. I just don't know what it is. But hope you can get a few more rides in before the snow comes this year, guys. And following the Blue Knights, we have Vets with Vets. Vets with Vets are a group of veterans within the Cornhusker Corvette Club that have honorably served or are on active duty in the United States military and are proud of their service and their country. They participate in autocross races, drag races, rallies, car shows and displays, cruises, road trips, and daily drives, and Veterans Day parades. They love their vets and they love their country. Thank you for honoring their Corvettes and allowing us to be a part of this parade. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you coming out. I'm sure you'll get them right home and get them cleaned right off after having them out in the rain today. Vets with Vets, a group within the Cornhusker Corvette Club made up exclusively of veterans and active duty military. Oh, did we tell you that when you do the parade, you get to pick one?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, so keep your eyes open.
I like that bright yellow one.
Pick your favorite one. That's one of the perks. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. One of these years, I'm going to have to just hop down and jump in one of these because I don't think I've ever actually ridden in a Corvette.
Me neither.
So one of these years, I'm just going to have to hop down and catch a ride with one of these guys. There you go. Got to get me in one. I've never been in one. But they're a nice looking car. American ingenuity at its finest. Speed, power, sleek, fun to drive. Out here showing their support for our veterans today. So thank you, Vets with Vets. We appreciate you guys coming out today. Beautiful cars. This one's got some nice detailing on the top. On the
I love all the
sides.
personalized license plates.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
There you go. Now that's pretty special. Very nice. Even on the interior, very nicely done. Thank you. Thanks for bringing her out today. We appreciate it. Once again, remember that these events don't get to happen without the support of the city. Thank you, Mayor Sanders, for helping support this with the police, fire, emergency responses, making sure we have a safe event every year, and the tremendous support we get from our Offutt community, from the leadership at Offutt Air Force Base. They do a tremendous job coordinating with the city. We want to say thank you again, and we're honored by our Grand Marshal's presence here today. Mr. Holtz, we thank you for being here. Again, it's a kind of a special event to have the Veterans Parade actually fall on Veterans Day this year. And we're excited to see so many of you out honoring our veterans and our current active duty military members. Bellevue's a community that shows tremendous support. A lot of veterans, a lot of people end up here in the military and then retire and end up staying here. It's a community that truly does support its veterans, and you can see that today by all the folks that are braving that little bit of rain, a little bit of cold to come out and say thank you.
Special thanks to today's parade's silver sponsors: Heritage Ridge Retirement Communities, Hillcrest Health Services, Two Men in a Truck. Thanks for supporting America's veterans.
Yeah, a lot of what happens in these kind of events just don't get to happen without the support and the help from our sponsors. You know, they don't just donate a little bit of money, they donate time and personnel and resources, and we appreciate all they do to come out and help us. Hillcrest Health Services has been enhancing the lives of aging adults and their families in the Bellevue area for more than 40 years. Hillcrest Health Services offers the region's largest continuum of health services for aging adults, including independent and assisted living, inpatient and outpatient rehabilitation, long-term care, memory support, adult day services, certified skilled home health, in-home personal care, and hospice care. At Hillcrest, they're proud to serve many area veterans, some of whom have joined and ridden along for today's event.
And here comes Two Men in a Truck, Omaha's favorite moving company for over 22 years. Whether you are moving across town or across the country, they can guarantee the best service at the best price. From everyone at Two Men in a Truck, we would like to give a wholehearted thank you to our veteran community.
Hey, thanks for coming out. We also want to welcome Bellevue Junior Sports Association BJSA Bomber cheerleaders. Partnering with the Bellevue community, City of Bellevue, and Bellevue Public Schools to provide quality youth athletic programs, our cheer program is represented by our older squad, the BJSA Bombers. Many of these young girls have been cheering since they were 5 years old. Yay, Bombers. Thanks.
Heritage Ridge is a senior community located off of Fort Crook Road and Highway 370, where their message is living better at Heritage Ridge, and their core values are trust, respect, fun, and compassion. They offer independent living, assisted living, and memory support lifestyle. Family-oriented, it is a great place to live, work, and visit.
And they're followed by I Like Hike for Mayor. Rusty Hike is running for mayor of Bellevue. Rusty is a lifelong resident and fourth generation of the Bellevue area. He has dedicated his entire adult life in making Bellevue a better place to live and work. Rusty is owner of Hike Real Estate here in Old Town Bellevue and owns numerous other properties. Rusty will bring a whole new vision to Bellevue.
Werner Enterprises. As a military-friendly employer, Werner is proud to say that military veterans and veteran spouses comprise approximately 20% of its workforce. Since starting the industry's first professional truck driver apprenticeship program in 2006, more than 5,000 veterans have enrolled in Werner's apprenticeship program, and Werner has hired more than 26,000 veterans and veteran spouses.
And now we have the hardest working entry in this year's parade, the Country Kickers. Those of you who were here early enough to catch them performing pre-parade had quite a treat. The country representing the state of Nebraska's favorite country dance group, Country Kickers America. They've been kicking their way around since 1981, are proud defenders of freedom and support all who stand and support the red, white, and blue.
Cub Scout Pack 457 is the only official pack serving Offutt Air Force Base. The Scouts are actively involved in our community, performing many service projects such as cleaning up the grounds at local schools, conducting food drives for the needy, and participating in Memorial and Veterans Day activities. The pack helps the boys build character and leadership skills to help prepare them to be the future leaders of our community.
Thanks, Cub Scouts. I think I was Pack 457 when I was a kid. I know it. Up next, we have Dory Heath for District Court Clerk. Dory Heath of Bellevue is campaigning for District Court Clerk and has an amazing resume. Dory is endorsed by Carol Kramer. Dory is currently Carol's chief deputy, but met Carol while she herself served at the District Court Clerk of Colfax County for 14 years. Dory has 34 years of court experience with her master's in negotiation and dispute resolution from Creighton University. You found Dory, now vote for Dory in the Republican primary. Dory Heath for District Court Clerk. Thanks, Dory. Thanks for coming out. Thanks. Appreciate you coming out this morning.
Next up is First Baptist Church. Join us today following the parade as they have prepared a soup lunch for you. Free will donation with all proceeds helping the students of Bellevue Public Schools PHASE program, supporting those who need a little help and support. At First Baptist Church on 112 East 23rd Avenue, their desire is to minister to you and your loved ones and to help strengthen your faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Come worship with them. Sunday school starts at 9:30 with classes for all ages. Babies to senior adults. Morning worship starts at 10:50. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, 112 East 23rd Avenue, First Baptist Church of Bellevue. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming out, too, and showing your support. and for the soup lunch following. 112 East 23rd Avenue, if you can make it down afterwards. And St. Mary's School. Up next, we have St. Mary's Bellevue School. St. Mary's Catholic School has been rooted in the Dominican tradition since 1948. Their motto is spirituality, academics, service. They live our motto every day by teaching about Jesus, excelling in academics, and serving others. St. Mary's is one of the best schools serving families in the Offutt Air Force Base and Bellevue area. For 3 consecutive years, St. Mary's School and Church have been winners in the Sarpy County People's Choice Award. Thank you, St. Mary's School. And thanks, Miller Lawn Care. Get a plug in there, too.
Nebraska's...
Got it? Go ahead. Yep.
Nebraska is celebrating its Centennial to engage all Nebraskans in a year-long celebration reflecting who we are, celebrating who we are, and aspiring future generations, thus bridging gaps between Nebraskans across communities, perspectives, and cultures, and instilling every citizen with greater pride.
Proud to be a Nebraskan and celebrating 150 years of statehood. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming down. Equality under the law is our state motto. Welcome, Nebraska veterans. And the bagpipes, I always love that sound. My little man, I have a son who's 5 who absolutely loves the bagpipes. Maybe he'll get to learn to play them one of these days. Thank you, guys.
Offutt Jeepers is a family-friendly group of men and women who work or have worked at Offutt Air Force Base. They enjoy off-roading in their Jeep vehicles and hanging out with others. For more information, check out Offutt Jeepers on Facebook. I believe they're a Make Offutt Better group.
Are they? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And I have ridden in a Jeep. I used to own one, and I miss it every day. I had a Wrangler, and I absolutely loved that thing. I still have a Jeep, but it's not a Jeep. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out. If you guys are upside down, should I flip you over? You found somewhere fun to go, just flip it back over. Yeah, you bet. Thanks for coming out, guys, and supporting our veterans and supporting the parade. Hey there. We want to thank Solutions Heating and Air Conditioning for coming out this morning to celebrate our veterans. Solutions Heating and Air Conditioning offers affordable solutions for your home comfort needs. It's a family-owned business located in Bellevue. Owner Chris Conrad is a retired Navy veteran. Solutions Heating and Air Conditioning offers military discounts on all HVAC services and new installs. So, as I mentioned earlier, the Bellevue Chamber of Commerce promotes shopping local, buying local from local businesses, and here's one. Not only a local business, but a veteran-owned business, Solutions Heating and Air Conditioning. Thanks for coming out today, guys. We appreciate it. And thanks for your service as well.
Take the next one, too, if you don't mind.
This one, yep. Sarpy County Republican Party is up next. The Republican Party of Sarpy County and the state of Nebraska believes Abraham Lincoln expressed it best when he stated that the obligation of our government was to care for him who shall have borne the battle and for his widow and his orphan. We recognize the special sacrifices of those that are serving and have served in our nation's armed forces. Riding inside the vehicle are veterans who have made the sacrifice to protect our freedoms in the United States. Walking with the Sarpy County Republican float are U.S. Senator Deb Fisher, Bob Ebnen, candidate for Nebraska Secretary of State, and Sarpy County Republican Party Chairman Nora Sandine. Thank you for coming out today. We appreciate it.
Next up is Wells Fargo Bank. Walking in today's parade are Wells Fargo Bank team members. Wells Fargo's stagecoaches carried gold coins to pay troops stationed in western forts and delivered something equally precious to those soldiers, mail from home. In 1917, when American troops went to war in Europe, Wells Fargo followed with financial services available to Army camps at home and over there. 2017 marks the centennial of America's entry into World War I.
And following Wells Fargo, we have the Rock Bluff Threshers. We're trying to keep how the farmers fed the United States during the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. Some of these tractors have been restored and some have not. Agriculture was a large part of the war effort. And some of these tractors were made with special allocations of steel because it was you couldn't get it then. Beautiful. That's a model 1953 John Deere. from McClellan, Iowa. Mr. Ken, thank you for bringing your tractors out today. Rock Bluff Threshers.
Next up, we have the Mustang Car Club of Omaha, which is comprised of car enthusiasts, both young and old, preserving one of America's most iconic and original muscle cars, the Ford Mustang. You will see automobiles from the original year 1964 and a half through the present, representing 6 generations of design. These club members proudly salute all of our veterans, past and present, and many are veterans themselves, having served in conflicts from Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. They want to say thank you to all veterans for your service, dedication, and patriotism.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for bringing out the Mustangs today. All shapes and sizes. I haven't seen a King Cobra in a long time. That's a beauty. That's a 78, huh? Yeah. So the debate will probably forever rage about what was the first sports car, right? Was it the Mustang or the Corvette? I think Mustang claims it, right? First American muscle car, sports car. Beautiful piece of machinery. And again, more of the plates that you like, the personalized plates. Signal X. Nice. That's a nice color. I like that. That's sharp. Beautiful. Now see, I don't know. It'd be so hard to keep that thing under the speed limit, isn't it? Wouldn't it just be really, really hard to not jump into one of those and just say, find me somewhere quiet, I can see what this will do. Thanks, guys. There's something iconic about that royal blue on white, too. That's a beautiful look there. Mustang Car Club of Omaha. Thank you, guys. Almost feels like that made it warmer out here. Did that make it warmer?
I think so.
Oh, I liked it. That looks like a P51 Mustang paint job on that, isn't it? That's nice. The P51 had a Rolls-Royce engine in it, but I think I'll take that Mustang engine right there. That's nice. I like it. Yeah. Up next, we have Nebraska Patriots for Trump. The Nebraska Patriots for Trump began with volunteers after the primary and general elections. These volunteers wanted to continue supporting our president and his agenda. The Nebraska Patriots for Trump's mission is to not only support our president's conservative agenda, but also conservative candidates here in Nebraska. The Nebraska Patriots for Trump are currently supporting Taylor Royal for Nebraska State Treasurer in 2018. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate you guys coming out to support our veterans.
Next up, we have the OffRoad Rednecks, which is a non-profit organization of a group of which some of the members are veterans who enjoy off-roading and the spirit of the outdoors. Thank you to all those who have served our great country.
Keep it muddy. Don't wash that thing. Keep it muddy. It looks good. Out having a little fun. Hey, sweetie, how are you? You having fun? Yeah. And it looks like they're coming from all over. I see South Dakota plates. See, yeah. I bet you can still find a lot of places where people don't know you can go and have a little bit of that kind of fun now and again, right? I like it. Now, I promised them the sun was going to come out before the parade was over. If it doesn't, we're going to need that light bar really turned up bright. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming out. Thanks for supporting our veterans. I want to say thanks again to the Bellevue Chamber of Commerce for putting the parade together every year. Their staff and their dedicated volunteers and ambassadors that do a lot to bring the community together for these events. I want to say thanks to Jim at the Chamber for putting this together. Thanks for everything you guys do for us. Thanks to the mayor and the leadership of Team Offutt for coming out and supporting us. We also want to welcome the Sarpy County Democratic Party. Sarpy County Democrats believe in equality for all. We believe in good jobs at a fair rate of pay. We are pro-family, pro-great education, and pro-military. Veterans, please join the Nebraska Democratic Veterans Caucus. Contact the Sarpy County Democratic Party for more information. Thanks, guys. Now that's a nice looking ride, too. Is that a Dodge? Viper? Plymouth. Prowler. Thank you. I was close. That's nice. Thanks, Sarpy County Democrats. Appreciate you guys coming out. Well, I know I said sun was gonna come out. I don't know if I'm still optimistic. We've got a few entries left. There's still a little time for that sun to come out. Yeah. Gotta feel it. It's coming. We gotta welcome Kara Eastman for Congress. Welcome to the Veterans Day Parade. Welcome to the Defenders of Freedom, Nebraska's official Veterans Day Parade. As a community comes together to show our thanks and support for the veterans among us, and many veterans in this community already, and many people in this community who support the veterans and those that have sacrificed so much for all of us, to maintain our way of life and to maintain our safe and secure future for all of us and all of our children. We want to welcome Kara Eastman for Congress. Thanks, Kara. Appreciate you coming out. Thanks for coming out and supporting our veterans today. Yeah, appreciate it. Just make the sun come out. It's lightening up a little bit. I think I'm going to be right.
Next up, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, the Good Life Group, is the fastest growing real estate brokerage in the Omaha market. They have grown rapidly over the last 12 months, opening 2 new offices and are slated to open their newest office at 90th and Highway 370 in December of this year. They are preferred USAA network real estate broker and are ready to help you with all your real estate needs. Expect better.
Well, thanks for coming out. Nice float. Love it. That's good work. Thank you, guys. And next step is the Metropolitan Utilities District. Your customer-owned Metropolitan Utilities District supplies safe water and natural gas to the metro area. They're proud that 8% of their workforce served in the U.S. military. Sniffy reminds you natural gas is a clean, safe fuel when used properly. If you smell gas, leave the area and call 402-554-7777. Thanks, Sniffy.
Next up, the Bellevue West cheerleaders, who are made up of dedicated athletes who cheer on football, volleyball, and basketball games. In addition, they compete in local, state, and national competitions. Join us as we wish them luck in beginning their competition season.
And also the Bellevue West High School Thunderettes, who are dedicated athletes who perform at football and basketball games. In addition, they compete in local, state, and national competitions. Ladies and gentlemen, your Bellevue West Thunderettes.
As you can hear in the distance, the Bellevue West Marching Band is next, the 6-time state marching champions, and recently they took second place at the 2017 Bands of America Regionals in Midland, Texas. Go Thunderbirds!
Nice job. 2 great bands for our high schools. East and West both represent nationally and win awards. Very well done. Go Thunderbirds. Thank you, Bellevue West and the Marching Thunderbirds. Nice. Following the Marching Thunderbirds from Bellevue West High School, we have the Bellevue Bicycle Club. The Bellevue Bicycle Club encourages cycling through participation in club rides, fundraising events, educational and safety training, and multi-day rides in the Omaha area and around the country. They promote bicycling as transportation and recreation and advocate for safe cycling practices. Come join a Saturday coffee ride, a training heart rate ride, create your own ride, or visit us with our monthly member meeting on the first Monday of every month. Check them out on Facebook or on their website, the Bellevue Bicycle Club. Thank you.
Next up, we have Chick-fil-A, who is a proud supporter of our service members and their families. We appreciate the hard work and they appreciate the hard work and sacrifice of the men and women in the armed forces. To express our thanks, we gladly offer a military discount every day.
Thanks, Chick-fil-A. Appreciate that. What was that? Was it real? Waivers eat chicken. I'm starting to read the shirt on the cow. That's all right. I bet the cow's warmer than I am. I'll tell you that. All right. I think that's Pino's Palette. Pino's Palette La Vista. Joining Pino's Palette La Vista is Vietnam veteran Ron Coppin. Pino's Palette La Vista thanks him and all veterans for their service. Tonight at Pino's Palette La Vista, veterans can save 50% off their painting by reserving their seat online at www.pinospalette.com/La Vista. Paint, drink, have fun. What could be better? So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. And thanks for bringing Ron along too. Thanks, Pino's Palette La Vista.
Next up, we have RV Horizons. They started with one manufactured home community. They have built that into the 5th largest chain of manufactured home communities in the United States through nothing but hard work and dedication to their goals. Because they have grown slowly and deliberately, they know their customers extremely well. They offer customers superior affordable housing and delivering outstanding customer service. They value and retain driven employees with the most rewarding jobs in the market. They value being the best provider of housing at the best price available.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming out. And up next is Coldwell Banker REA. At Coldwell Banker REA, our agents want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all our brave men and women that have or who are currently serving here or abroad. As a preferred broker for USAA and NFCU, they think everyone should have a place to call home. Thank you, Coldwell Banker REA. We appreciate you guys being here today, too.
Thank you to our bronze sponsors for today's Nebraska's official Veterans Parade. Irwin's Jewelry, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, McCallie Associates Incorporated, Papillion Sanitation and Waste Connections, Tobacco Education and Advocacy for the Midlands.
Yeah, and thanks, Papillion Sanitation. They've been serving our community's trash and recycling needs since 1975, and they honor and appreciate our veterans today and every day. Thank you. And you know, it's almost time.
City of Bellevue Street Department Snowplow. In tradition of Nebraska's official Veterans Parade, we have our last entry and sign of things to come. Snow. Thank you to the wonderful employees of the City of Bellevue who will sand our streets and clean our roads of ice and snow for our safe commute. Thank you to all the veterans who are serving or have served our great country. Thank you again to everyone for attending.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Be sure to thank all our veterans and to continue to live up to their honor, duty, and sacrifice every day. We appreciate Staff Sergeant White and I appreciate you guys coming out, and we hope you go forward and have a great day. The sun just about made it. It's getting close. And once again, thanks to the Bellevue Chamber and the City of Bellevue, Bellevue Fire and Police. Everybody have a great Veterans Day. Thank you.